In gaming, few things are more important than a good gaming headset, because when it comes down to it, being able to hear your game can be just as essential as seeing the screen. A good gaming headset needs to be comfy and sound great primarily, but it also takes much more than that to make the very best gaming headset. These 5 headsets are the ones I found really stood out from the crowd, which is why they are the top picks as the best gaming headsets available right now. Turtle Beach is generally regarded as being a fairly cheap starter brand when it comes to gaming headsets. However, the Stealth 700 Gen 2 is an exception to that because this pair clocks in at $176. For that, you get a universally usable and wireless headset that is made primarily out of a very rugged plastic and metal strap on the top. So basically, you won't be breaking it by accident no matter how clumsy you might be. You'll also be glad to know that the ear cups are glasses friendly. They're made from a kind of memory foam surrounded by a mix of leather and fabric. But suffice to say, you probably will experience a little bit of ear sweat wearing this headset thanks to the leather. So it's a pretty comfy and durable headset, but how well does it do in terms of audio quality? Well, to answer that, this headset does honestly show off a little because not only do the speakers sound super clean out of the box, but you can actually tweak the audio to your liking using Turtle Beach's seemingly limitless software. You can adjust the audio mix to make certain noises more pronounced. So if you're in a competitive game where sound is essential to locating enemies, then what you can do is turn up certain frequencies in order to hear footsteps better or the sound of reloading guns, and I think that's just really cool. Pair that with the 3D audio and you get a massive competitive advantage because this headset really lets you pinpoint where the enemies are coming from. The mic is also pretty good, I mean as far as headset mics can be. This mic in particular is nice because it does have noise cancelling, which is nice because that means the people on the other end won't get bombarded with the sound of a Hoover in the background. In terms of connectivity, you can use this wirelessly and get a solid 30-hour battery life, but it also comes with a 3.5mm cable if that's not your thing. The only strife I really found with this headset was that the controls on the underside of the headset were a little bit crowded and difficult to distinguish from one another, so you might find yourself fumbling around with that. Moving over to the HyperX Cloud Alpha, this headset very much follows the HyperX aesthetic with the black and red accents, and I think it's probably one of the most sleek headsets that HyperX has made. Despite the good looks and solid build quality of this headset, it is actually a fairly budget-friendly headset at just $108. In terms of style and durability, it knocks it out of the park. I also found them to be pretty comfortable as well, especially with the padded roof and very large and very squishy oval-shaped ear cups. Though unfortunately, those same ear cups can become uncomfortable after a while because they're a little too large and made from leather, which just means you can get sweaty ears after long gaming sessions. But nothing too serious. When it comes to audio quality, this headset does not lack at all, and nor should it if it's on the list. The Alpha features dual-chamber drivers, which basically separate the frequencies more to make a smoother sound and deliver a richer audio experience. So although they don't have 7.1 surround sound, they do have their own sort of version, which I'd argue works, well, better. With these dual chamber drivers, you can really pinpoint enemies' locations while at the same time not having to be overly focused on the overwhelming sound of footsteps. Explosions are bassier and distant gunshots sound realistically further away than the closer shots. The audio is just delivered in such a perfect and non-distracting way. It's really good. The only thing stopping the Alphas from being higher on the list is the fact that the ear cups can prove to be a little uncomfortable after a while, and also the quality of the mic isn't as expected. The mic has an annoying tendency to pick up a little bit of background noise, despite being marketed as a noise-canceling headset. However, while there are honestly better headsets out there with better mics, there are very, very few that offer the same value as the HyperX Cloud Alpha does. Now, the Logitech G Pro X is a great all-around headset that sits in the mid-range category. It costs a fair $135, which is low considering the quality you get for this one. Very much following the usual Logitech aesthetic, the G Pro X looks pretty nice in a very simplistic way. You could actually pass these off as being normal headphones for daily use if you wanted to, and no one would bat an eye wondering why you're wearing a gaming headset. They're also very sturdy thanks to the fact that they are made from aluminum, which again is very congruent to what Logitech headsets are like: sturdy and reliable. You probably wouldn't be able to break this headset even if you dropped it in a washing machine. When it comes to comfort, I get the feeling it would be a mixed bag. For me, it was just about a perfect fit that sat snugly on my head and didn't feel like it was gonna slip off at all. Both the roof and ear cups are reinforced with memory foam and padded leather, which meant I could have easily gone long gaming sessions and not felt any sense of pain on either side of my head. However, what works for me may not be so great for others, because if you have a big head, then I can definitely see this causing some discomfort due to its tight fit. But generally, if you have a smaller head, then this headset really won't have any cons for you. Regardless, the audio quality of the Pro X headset was stunning! Even without having adjusted the audio mix using Logitech's application, I could tell from the off that this headset was a heavy hitter and I was in for a treat. The sound is extremely well balanced, the soundstage vibrant, the bass punchy, and very much present. When I used it, the headset created a whole new experience in-game for me. I really could hear details not heard before, and I felt I was at an unfair advantage to my enemies now. The Pro X also had very good quality 7.1 surround audio, which acted as the cherry on the top because not only could I hear much more, but I could hear where those specific sounds were coming from. The mic quality was also surprisingly good as well for this price. In fact, it is without a doubt the best headset mic I have ever used. Without boring you, the mic essentially takes your voice and processes it to make it sound clearer, richer, and much more pronounced, all the while ensuring that the background music isn't picked up. It's better compared to actual streaming mics than any other headset mic. So if mic quality is something you need to worry about, then this headset is undoubtedly the one you should look at buying. The Razer BlackShark V2 comes in 3 different forms. So that is the V2X, which is like the budget version. There's the V2, which is the mid-range and best value one. Then there's the V2 Pro, which is the high-end one. Obviously, the high-end V2 Pro is going to be the best of the bunch, but in terms of overall value, you really can't beat the standard V2. You can, in fact, because it is a fantastic headset and a steal for the price. In terms of aesthetic, the BlackShark V2 is undoubtedly a Razer headset, though I'd have to say that this is a lot more subtle than the usual Razer look. You won't find RGB on this aside from the logo, which is just a small subtle green one on the side. Die-hard Razer fans may not like it, but personally I really dig the minimalist look. It just gives it more of a premium look to it, and premium is something that it certainly is. The build quality for starters is unparalleled with its brushed metal and flexible leather frame. Frankly, this headset might just be both the best looking and most durable headset I have ever used. You could bend it, twist it, throw it, it won't break. Or maybe it will if you do that, but you get the point. It's also super comfy as well. I just love the fit that this headset provides with its oval-shaped mesh ear cups, and I think most of all, I just really appreciate Razer not opting to use leather for the ear cups. The mesh ear cups in the V2s are just so nice because they're breathable, meaning you won't be getting sweaty ears. Not only that, but what feels like meters of memory foam padding makes you feel like these headphones really belong on your head, to the point that it actually feels weird to not have them on. They're just so unbelievably comfy. The benefits don't stop there either, because the audio quality was just so crisp. The movie audio company THX worked closely alongside Razer with this headset, which means that the surround sound that you get is just mind-blowingly good. Dubbed as THX Spatial Audio, some games actually have their own optimization interfaces that work with it so that you can get the best out of this option. I'm not going to go too deep into it since you probably have a good understanding of what surround sound is thanks to the previous entries. But suffice to say that this version of surround sound is just as good, if not better, than 7.1 surround sound audio. The actual audio quality as a whole, though, was remarkable because Razer uses triple chamber drivers, which means that the highs, mids, and lows can be individually tuned to your liking. Even if you don't fancy tuning your headset, you won't really have to worry because out of the box, this headset delivers a superb experience with powerful lows and richer highs. The mic, well, it isn't as good as the Logitech G Pro X mic, but nothing really is, so that's not a bad thing. This mic is really good, and there's a lot you can do to change it to your liking via Razer Synapse. The only issue with this mic is that it does seem to pick up background noises that are directly in front of the mic, but otherwise the noise cancellation works near flawlessly. This headset and the Pro version are undoubtedly Razer's best headset and one of the best headsets on the entire market in general. So if you're looking to go Razer, then there's really no better steal than the Razer V2. Coming in at the number 1 spot is the wireless Steelseries Arctis 7. There are 2 variants of this headset, one being made for Xbox, which is the Arctis 7X, and then one made for PlayStation, which is the 7P. Both headsets work with all other platforms, but they don't work with opposite consoles. Regardless, when it comes down to it, they are the exact same headset. They're surprisingly mid-range with their pricing at a mere $150, which is obviously a lot of money, but not for the quality you get, of course. With stupendous wireless connectivity, a super comfy fit, 24-hour battery life, and solid audio quality, the Steelseries Arctis 7 has everything a gaming headset needs to be worthy of a true gamer. The design of the headset is kinda cartoonish. I don't know if that's just me, but I liked it. The color of the accents are either green or blue depending on the console you're buying for, but aside from that, it comes in either black or white. Build quality is absolutely solid with its plastic cups and metal strap coated in the Steelseries fabric. As well as the great build quality, the comfort is just as good, mainly thanks to the real versatile, simple head strap which automatically stretches to the shape of your head. So you don't have to worry about readjusting after someone else has used them. The cups are pretty snug and comfy as well, but they are made from leather, which of course means that annoying ring of ear sweat. The audio quality is obviously where the Arctis 7S wins the race. They have proven to be the top contender in every way. They perform to the absolute best of their high-end expectations. Whether it was dealing with oncoming gunfire, close-by enemy dialogue, or loud booming explosions, the Arctis 7 did a great job of balancing all frequencies with a rich, vibrant soundscape. It also has its very own surround system called Sonic Spatial Audio, which works a bit better than most of their surround sound versions. But that is really just a drop in the ocean when it comes to the quality of audio that this headset delivers. The mic is pretty good and does a perfect job at canceling out background noises. However, this same noise-canceling mic did have an annoying tendency to pick up a lot of the S sounds, which can get annoying on the receiving end. Honestly though, it's not a massive deal when looking at the overall quality of these headphones. Anyway, what did you think? Let me know down in the comments and like and subscribe.